Now, there are certain very effective tools for finding the various concepts of the acceleration and velocity. So, effective use of mathematical tools in solving problems of one-dimensional motion. One-dimensional means just unidirectional, that is moving in straight line. So here we have to use the derivatives as well as integration. We can remember that integration is the inverse operation of derivative. For example, if there is a quantity displacement, we take the derivative of displacement, that will become velocity. But if we take the integration of velocity, it will become displacement. The same is true for other numbers. So if displacement time equation is given, we can get velocity time equation with the help of differentiation. Again, we can get acceleration time equation with the help of differentiation. So one-time derivative of displacement is velocity. Then if we take the derivative of velocity, it will become acceleration. If for displacement we take two-time derivative, that will be an acceleration. If acceleration time equation is given, we can get velocity time equation by integration. From velocity equation, we can get displacement time equation by integration. So in the block diagram, what you find, displacement is indicated. We take differentiation of displacement. Differentiation means taking derivative of displacement, and that will become velocity. Then we take the differentiation of velocity, and that will become acceleration. Then if we integrate acceleration, we will get the value of velocity, and the integration of velocity will get the displacement. Now, we have to go through certain examples. The displacement of a particle is given by y is equal to a plus bt plus ct square plus dt power 4. This equation is basically the displacement time equation. We have to find the acceleration. So y is displacement. First of all, we take derivative of y, that will be velocity, and whatever function we get for velocity, we take again the derivative, and that will become acceleration. So we will take the derivative of y, then whatever result we get, we again take the derivative, and that will become acceleration. Like in the example it is shown that velocity is dy over dt. That is derivative of y with respect to time, where y is displacement. So we have written d over dt, and for y we have computed the value. The value of y is a plus bt plus ct square plus dt to the power 4. And then we take the derivative of a, derivative of bt, derivative of ct square, and derivative of t to the power 4. When we take the derivatives, the concluding point will be b plus 2ct plus 4 dt square. Here in this equation, we have applied the formula, that is derivative of constant into function will be k into derivative of function. Derivative of constant is always 0, and derivative of function we can write in accordance. Acceleration is dv over dt, that is 2c plus 12 dt square. We have taken the derivative of b plus 2ct plus 4 dt cube, and when we take the derivative of this number, the value will come 2c plus 12 dt square. Now in another example, the velocity of any particle is related with its displacement. In the function x is equal to root v plus 1, then we have to find the acceleration at x is equal to 5. So x is the displacement. So first of all, we write x is equal to root v plus 1, and we take the derivative of v plus 1. So it is given in this solution, that is x is equal to v plus 1 under root, and x square will be v plus 1. That is, we have to remove the square root. Now v will be equal to x square minus 1, and now we take dv over dt, and it finally comes to be 2x into x square minus 1. Then x is 5 meters. So in this equation, we will put the value of acceleration. So we have displacement, and the value comes to be 240 meters per second. Now in this example, the velocity of particle moving in positive direction of x-axis. You will remember the law: plus to the right, minus to the left, positive height, and negative depth. So if we are moving towards the positive side of x-axis, it is positive direction. And if we are moving towards x dash, it will be negative direction. That is in the horizontal plane. In the vertical plane, in the upward direction, there will be y, and in the downward direction, there will be y dash. Now, in the question, it is given the velocity of a particle moving in positive direction of x-axis. It will vary as v is equal to alpha root x. Alpha is the positive constant, assuming that at the moment t is equal to 0. When we speak t0, it means particle is starting from rest. The particle was located at x is equal to 0. Now we have to find the time dependence of the velocity and the acceleration of the particle and the mean velocity of the particle averaged over the time that particle takes to cover first S meter of the path. So in order to solve this question, first of all we say that v is equal to alpha root x. This is what given to us. We square this number, v square will be equal to alpha square x, and finally we take dx over dt. So dx over dt means taking derivative of displacement with respect to time, and it will become alpha root x. Now from alpha root x, we will write dx over x is equal to alpha dt, or we integrate this function, and after integrating the function, we'll come to the conclusion that x is equal to alpha square t square over 4. So we have to use the concept of basic integration and derivatives in this particular phenomenon. Now, in order to find the velocity, we must know x, and then we take dx over dt. That is rate of change of displacement. That is d over dt means rate of change and x means displacement. So rate of displacement is half alpha square t, and acceleration, that is the double derivative of x. So whatever value we get from dx over dt, we again take the derivative of this number, that is written as d square x over dt square, and for the right hand side, that is half alpha square t, we have to take the derivative. Now that will become acceleration. Now, time taken to cover first S meter. This is what is the second part of the question. So we put the value of S, that is alpha square t square by 4. We have calculated earlier. Or from this equation, we get the value of t square, that is 4s over alpha square. Or t is equal to 2 root s over alpha. Now, average is calculated by total distance over total time, and we compute the values, and average velocity will come as half root s into alpha.